Hello and good evening everyone. Welcome this evening to a Give and Give community for those that's joined us. My name's Vicky and I hope this evening brings you all lots of hope, love, comfort and guidance. You'll have to excuse the throat this evening. I hope it brings you all lots of comfort and guidance from those, our loved ones, that's crossed over from Spirit World, as we welcome them in this evening to join us. Should you relate to the messages that come through, I do ask you to leave a little comment there and to like and share and tag a friend if you should know who this message is for, so they're able to join us this evening. We have received hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of emails, messages, and Tracy, God bless her, still working her way through it in her own time, okay? So please be patient. She will book those in as soon as there's an available slot for you. I also want to say on the page now I wrote my notes for this, give me a second. On the page now there's a donation button should you want to make a small donation to our amazing doctors and nurses, as I'll be doing the same through doing a reading. Should you book one online, we will be making that donation. So if you choose to make one, even by joining the chat, it's helping the doctors and nurses. I would also like to say thank you so much for other people around the world. You know, last night we had people from Sweden, from Turkey, from Canada, all over. It was incredible. And again, should you want to send a picture in of a loved one, just put loved one. And if it's for yourself, just put me. And I will go through shortly I've got that on my piece of paper, the names that's selected for the three that's come through this evening, which are randomly selected, and try not to post them on my personal Facebook. It needs to be over on a Give and Give because there's hundreds there and it wouldn't be right to select people out. This is why I asked for it to be selected randomly. Excuse me, this voice today. It's all the talking I'm doing. I hope you all enjoy this evening. I hope it brings you all that comfort. I hope you all relate to it. And thank you so much for the feedback. What I've seen last night, which I've watched today. It was phenomenal. I think I've covered everything there now. Oh yes, and I hope those overseas can join us here this evening in the UK, and it will be lovely to have you all. So that's my little speech done. I'd like to say hello now before we start bringing in, and you have to excuse me with this irritating cough. I'd like to say hello to some people here this evening. We have reached thousands and thousands and thousands of views. It's just phenomenal. So hello to Katie Bilton, lovely to have you here, Katie. And to Sue Gilchrist, lovely to have you, Sue. To Stephanie Cook and to my sister Anne Freshney and Anne Collin. And to Joanne Holmes and Sharon Corcoran, lovely to have you all. Hannah Louise Collis, my voice is going to go this evening. Kerry Rawlins and Mel Hopkinson. And to Shah Winter and Gloria Jones and Sandra Carter Hunt. And so many more of you. So let's make a start with Spirit World. Excuse me, this is going to be irritating now. Okay, see who we have. Okay, so the first person that's coming through this evening is a young gentleman here. Now, this young gentleman is quite a tall gentleman, so somewhere between, I would probably go with 5'9", 5'10". He looks about that. He's got a lovely face, but very young gentleman here. Now, he's looking for his dad, and his dad's called Brian. Bear with me a second. I believe Brian, his father, had some connection to engineering or an engineer or something with an engineer. So I just want to just ask this young gentleman how he passed over. So just bear with me a second. Okay, that's tragically. He did pass tragically, but actually not by an accident. This young gentleman, he's telling me that if there was an accident with a helicopter, he fell out the helicopter. This young man fell out the helicopter, and okay, and he didn't have his harness on. That's absolutely awful. He tells me there was something to do with an event or something. So I don't know if he was military, maybe. I don't know. He's just telling me that he fell out of the helicopter. So should someone know of this young man that had this, such a tragic accident here, from falling out of the helicopter, and falling to his death. He fell to his death. Pass this message on, please, to his dad. To his dad, Brian. And I'd like to leave, bless him, that gentleman's love with you there. And hopefully, should someone know this young gentleman's dad, to either, like and share and tag this Brian in this message, or to pass that message on, and just give me a little bit of feedback there. Should this be correct? It should be correct. Should this be correct, what he's telling me? And I want to leave that young gentleman's love with you there, and God bless. I'm going to be getting up for some more water in a minute. Hello to Sarah Gray and Karen Sharp. Lovely to have you. Liz Bennett Atkin, sorry. Lovely to have you here. And Helen Yeshu and Caroline Woodcock, Whitey White, lovely to have you. Lucy Jane Parlato and Sue Brailsford and Joe Watt and Caroline Green and Linda German, hi Linda, and Jane Harrison and Chris Truman and my brother Mark Cummins and Sally Vickers, lovely to have you. Let's see who else we get here now, if you can relate to this. Thank you and thank you for all these love arts here and likes. You wouldn't believe the thousands we've reached. It's views. It's incredible. Okay, let's see who I've got now. Okay, I've got a young lady, middle-aged lady. Okay, I've got a middle-aged lady looking for Rachel. So she's looking for Rachel. Now, she's got long hair. She's quite a slim lady. I feel quite a slim lady. She's saying... Okay, bear me a minute. She's saying... Okay, this lady never got to say goodbye to Rachel, okay? Now, come on, my love. She tells me that she had cancer, but this lady was poorly for quite some time, I believe. But I feel this cancer, bear me a minute, I feel this cancer went to her brain. She tells me it went to her brain. And Rachel, if this message is for you and you could understand this lady, she's just telling me that you've been heartbroken and that you've kind of not been able to come to terms with it, Rachel. And should that relate to you, Rachel? Obviously, I can't see these comments because I'm too busy listening. But I would appreciate, confirmation to do with this lady. It's just a sweet message I'm getting here. And Ellen connected somewhere is what she's just said. Oh, and she's just passed me lilies there for you, Rachel. So if you could understand this, she never got a goodbyes. She doesn't want you to be sad. Don't hold that, she's saying. She's happy. And God bless. Okay, thank you. I'd like to leave that lady's love with you, Rachel, there, if you're joining us this evening. Okay, I'll say some more hellos here. like to say hello to some more people here. To Julie Flinton. Hi, Julie. To Mark Freshney. And Sophie Liddell. Hi, Sophie. Rebecca Clark. Foxy Marie Cray. Oh, your name's been selected. I'll tell you about that in a second. Foxy Marie Cray and Abby Bills and Shannon Marshall. Hi, Shannon. Rebecca Clark and David Ginelli and Melanie Mason. I think your name's down there. Yeah, you're another one. And Leander Hillier, I think that says. Leander Hillier. And Jacqueline Lloyd. And it's lovely to have you, all of us, with us this evening. I better just go through that bit there, hadn't I, with the names. So the names that were selected here randomly by the computer was a Melanie Mason. And I will go on to this shortly when I've finished my little bits here. Melanie Mason sent a lady, sent a picture of a lady. And then we had a Karen Brown. So you was the second one, Karen Brown, if you're joining us this evening. Picture of a gentleman. And then a Foxy Marie. You was the third one that was selected this evening. And again, there was a picture there of a gentleman. So I will go on to those messages shortly. Photographs are randomly selected. You know, those overseas, please send your photographs in if you're hoping to connect there with somebody this evening. And should they get selected, you never know, it could be either of yours. Because I probably believe that these ladies here didn't think they was going to get selected this evening. So I'm like going to start with one of those ladies, I think. Yeah, I'll start with one of those ladies. So I want to start here. Which one did I get? Melanie Mason. So Melanie, if you're joining us this evening, I think I've just said a Melanie. The picture you sent me here of a lady, okay, just give me a second. Now, this lady, she was a very beautiful soul. Give me a minute. Very beautiful soul. I'm going to say inside and out, okay? Now, although the message comes under your name here, Melanie, the lady wants to send her love to Jason. So this is what I'm getting. So Melanie, if you could understand this and you can leave a little comment, I will go into this a little bit more for you. Bear me a second. She tells me that she did have children, Melanie. Melanie, yeah. She did have children, Melanie. She's saying she left these babies behind and that Jason is devastated by all this. Now, I feel two children. I feel two children with this lady. And okay. What she's just said there to me, Melanie, is that she wasn't on her own when she died. But she was certainly too young to go. Certainly too, and she's got the most beautifulest eyes I can see here. Now, somebody was with her here, holding her hand, but her body had gone. But I just don't feel she says it wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. A very young lady, she says it wasn't fair. She wasn't ready to leave her children. So, you know, that's so, again, control yourself. That's so sad to know that this young lady didn't want to leave the Jason. Something to keep Jason. Keeps in Jason. She didn't want to leave him, but if you can relate to this, Melanie, please would you tag a Jason for this lady so that he knows that she's okay and that she's at peace. And I'm feeling here that this took her so quickly. It was a shock. It took her so quickly. And I want to leave Melanie that lady's love with you there, because that's just so tragic, and especially being young. And God bless to this lady here. And again, she loves Jason. So if you can just pass me that message on. Oh, and she's just said, and please give my babies a big hug. Please give my babies a big, that's it. 1 second. A big hug. Being in this kind of work, We feel, I mean, last night I was had to pull myself together last night, because you actually feel not only the person's passing, but how they felt, you know, and it makes you feel, especially when you're a caring person yourself, it makes you feel that emotion. And I try and keep very focused with it, and I try not kind of connect going in that deep, but you can't help it sometimes, you know, when there's so many tragedies like that. So that was Melanie. So I'm going to move your name away. Okay, and then the next person. So the next person was for a Foxy Marie. Now, I don't know if we've got a Foxy Marie as yet. I'm going to just say hello to some people and see if I can see her, because you were selected, Foxy Marie. Hi to Tina Oliveira. Lovely to have you with us, Tina. And to Jacqueline Lloyd. And to Kim Robinson. Lovely to have you, Kim. And Linda May Beckett. Lovely to have you. Donna Coombe. Norma Dickinson. Hi, Norma. And Paige McGarrigle. And Michelle Gain. And Cherilyn Price, and Amy Martin, and Joyanne Calladine, and so many more. Thank you so much for all of you joining us this evening. I feel honoured and I feel blessed to sit here with you all and just bringing in comfort to you all, especially through, you know, all these challenging times we're facing, and illness and everything else. So I'd like to move on to the next photograph, which was a Foxy Marie. Okay. Now, you sent me a photograph here, Maria. It was just a man. And I'm going to say that man's dad. That man's definitely dad. But what I'm getting, Marie, is he's saying that there's 2 children. So Foxy Marie, if you're joining us this evening, Dad's saying you've got 2 children, but you've actually got one on this side of life and one with your dad. But I've got an adult with your dad. I've got a son. So Foxy Marie, there's a son over in spirit world that you've lost, and there's a son over. There's a daughter here, and there's your dad here. Okay, and he wants to say, come on, my love. I know you've been through so much. Now, Foxy Marie, you keep your spirits up. You try to keep everybody smiling. And this is something that you've always done, apparently, according to your dad. He was such a kind man here. Such a kind man. And and there was a February memory. So if you could understand that, Foxy Marie, a February memory, whether it's to do with your dad or losing your son. But he's saying, come on, hang on in there, is what he's saying. And stop stressing about money. So stop stressing about money. And I do want to leave, Foxy Marie, your son's love with you as well, because he's with this man. So I'm going to say, I'm aware you didn't send a picture of your son. You sent me one of a man. But this is your dad, and your son's with your dad. So God bless there to you, Foxy Marie. And I want to leave not only your dad's love with you, but your son's as well. And should Foxy Marie not be with us at the moment, and somebody knows of Foxy Marie, please like, share, and tag her in this, so that she's able to see this video, a message from her dad and her son. And God bless. Thank you. Just bear me a second. And the third person, what name's that? Is for a Karen Brown. So I'll go on to that picture in a minute, Karen. You sent a picture in of a gentleman as well. So let's say some more hellos. Hi to Carol Jeffries. Lovely to have you here, Carol, from Oakham Way. In the nicer places here than a busy town. Hi to Michelle Curl and to Mandy Moran. Mandy Moran, lovely to have you with us, Mandy, this evening. And Grace Ivy and Sonia Coles. Hi, Sonia. Sarah Moss. Anne Thompson. Katie Borton. Lovely to have you, Katie. Wendy. So many. Lisa Demeter, I think that says. You'll have to excuse if this connection goes a bit low, because sometimes it does, it's my phone. Right, okay, Karen. So, Karen Brown, if you're with us this evening, you sent a picture in here of a gentleman, and this was a gentleman, wasn't it? Yeah. You sent a picture in of a gentleman, and this gentleman says that he didn't want to leave you. Now, what I feel with this gentleman, he wasn't overly tall, Karen, if you're understanding this. He wasn't overly tall. I don't feel much hair anyway. I don't feel I've got much hair. And what he's saying is, he said, I can remember, my love, going back when you was really unhappy. So something to do with, bear me a minute, something to do with you divorced, that's it, you divorced, because he's saying she's divorced, and he's glad you put the lid on that, he's just said. And what did he say? Oh, and he's just said, Karen Brown, that he didn't like Martin. So I'm assuming on that one, either Martin was your husband, he just didn't like Martin. And that's what he's just said to me here, Karen. And he tells me that recently you've been sorting through clothes. You've got too much underwear, he's just said. Oh, okay. You're sorting through your clothes. So I don't know whether or not there, Karen. What do you say? You're having a clear out, a little bit of a clear out. Okay. And what he's just said is the reason he didn't take to him is because because he led a double life. So I hope you can understand that message, Karen. Yeah, Karen. And I want to leave your dad's love with you there, but you're happy now. You're really happy now, other than missing him. So God bless to Karen's dad, and God bless you, Karen, if you're joining us here this evening. Okay, so I've done that bit now, it's out of the way, okay? Let's say some more hellos before we carry on here with some more messages. So we can, spare me a minute. Hi to Eloise Body, and to Donna Wright, and Claire Rainey, and Linda Hookstep, and Brian Burge, I think that says, and Julie Flinton. Hi to Sharon Lowe, and Matthew Wheatcroft, and Sally Pedley, and Morella Barnes, I think that said, and Deb Newton, and Sarah Baker. Hi to everybody. You know, it's amazing to have you all here this evening, as we're bringing messages through here, inviting loved ones in from those that's crossed over. Now, I've got kind of a character now. I've got an older man now, and I'm bearing in mind, it's like I explained last night. When I'm doing it like this, excuse me, it's like when I do a show, I listen and the person, it's very similar. It's very, very, very similar. But this one's like having a brick wall and just putting your ear to it. So I'm just listening to the messages and let the spirit world describe themselves to me or ask me tell me who they're for. So I've got a Harry, he's just said. I've just said, what's your name? He's just said it's Harry. So I've got Harry, bear me a minute. Okay, so, okay. Now this gentleman, the funniest thing he's just said to me is, I hadn't got my teeth in, I didn't wear my teeth. So I've got a Harry, an older gentleman. He said he lived to be a good age, so that's lovely, bless you. And I've not got any hair like this. He's got it back. He's just told me he wore his hair back. He didn't lose all his hair, apparently. He still had a bit of hair on his head. Bless you. He's saying... He says, oh, I did like a fag. So, I'm going to say, Harry, this older gentleman, liked to have a fag. And that's what he's just said to me here. Just bear me a minute. What's he say? Oh, he's looking for his daughter. Okay. Now, this gentleman is looking for his daughter. okay, on this side of life, I'm not getting a name yet, so I'm hoping the evidence in what he's saying can relate to Harry's daughter. Okay, now there's a daughter. Yeah, there's a daughter with Harry in spirit world. He's not telling me who she is yet, but there's a daughter with him, and okay. Wait a minute. There's a daughter and there's. Okay, there's a daughter. There's a daughter here, and there's two males. Is that right? There's two males, younger males. So either they were his grandchildren. Right, okay. But these are not babies he's showing me. So he's got two males. Now, one was an older male. Okay, just bear me a minute. He's waffling on here. Bear me a minute. Yeah. One was a lot older, he says here. Oh, there's a Michael, I think. A Michael connection somewhere. That's what he's just said. But one of these, either of his grandchildren or children, I'm not quite sure what I heard there, there was something to do with an accident. So I hope I can find who this gentleman's for, looking for his daughter. And what he's just said there is, there's a daughter living. There's a daughter living, he says, that's really not well, and that's all I'm getting. So if I can find the lady that links with this old gentleman here, with a Harry, I'm sure he says Harry, I'm sure it's Harry. I want to leave Dad. Yeah, Dad. I want to leave Dad's love with you. And God bless, okay. I've got somebody else straight in now. Excuse me a minute. And now I have, I've got a younger man now. Excuse me, I'm dying to go and get a drink. I've nearly had all this in my throat. I've got a younger gentleman now looking for it. I've got a younger man. I've got, he's a lot, I think a lot of people are going to be taller than me. I would say about 5'8", 5'9". At a guess, he looks about that. He's got a dark brown hair I've got here. There was something with something with November. He's given me the name Tony, so I've got a Tony. Bear me a minute. I've got a Tony, and I've got a really like. This guy had terminal cancer, but what happened was he suffered. This one just went down and down and down. Now there's a link with him to Mary. May or Mary, I think he said Mary. So I've got a young gentleman, and he's going on about a son. Oh, I think this gentleman's got a son as well, or Mary's got a son. But he's saying he couldn't fight this anymore. So if I can, if there's a lady here by them, or somebody that knows this gentleman here in Spirit World, by the name of Tony, with terminal cancer. Oh, he's just said that's the wife. Right, okay. So Tony was looking for his wife, Mary. I think I've got that right now. And there's a son. And he says, just tell them all that I love them. But I couldn't fight this anymore. And that's what he's just said. So I want to leave this gentleman's love with you all there. And should anybody know of this Tony and Mary, please would you like, share and tag this lady so that she can listen to this message from her husband, and God bless. Thank you all again for all these likes here. It's so nice to have you all with us. It really is. Hi to So Louise Dugan, I think that says. To Amanda Barnsdale, lovely to have you, Amanda. To Danielle Marshall, love to have you with us, Danielle. Oh, and to Tracy. Now, this Tracy Louise Cofod is the lady that looks at all your emails, looks at all your messages. Lovely to have you, Tracy. So we need some likes there for Tracy. Bless her, she might have 5 minutes now just to see me this evening, so it will be a first time. There you go, Tracy. Look at all those love hearts for you and likes. Lovely to have you, Tracy. And also for a Wendy Kelly, a Leona Price, and again, Sosa and to Edith Wood. I'm just seeing who else I've got now, so just spare me a minute. Right, I've got a gentleman by the name of Terry. Terry? Looking for Lynn. A Terry looking for Lynn, okay? Now, this gentleman, I feel like I've got a belly. I feel like this man had a belly. I don't feel he had a lot of hair because he's not coming through like he had a lot of hair. This gentleman took his life, so he committed suicide. He's not telling me how he took his life. He tells me he had 2 daughters. Is that right? Yeah, 2 daughters. So Terry had 2 daughters. One called Lynn. Now, what he's saying here is, he was hard work, but he was in a bad place. Now, he's not telling me exactly how he died. He just said, I'd had enough. Okay, so that's all I can give you there. I'm really sorry. He just had enough. But he does have a daughter that's living on this side of life called Lynn, but he's not giving me the other daughter's name. Now, what he's saying about Lynn is that she was with a partner. What was that? She was with a partner. Lynn was with a partner with someone that got bad with drink or drugs issues. And he says that he's been over a long time. But he just wants his daughter to know. I mean, I'm talking years, he's saying. So he's been over many, many years. But he just wants to be reminded, basically, to Lynn, to say that Dad still loves her. Dad still loves her. And Dad still watches over her. And that's what, Yeah, Dad's still watching over her. And I want to leave this gentleman's love. If you know this lady by the name of Lynn, please like, please share, and please tag the person in it. Now I have a lady now. Oh, she's got her hair quite nice. I've got a lady that's looking for a Julia. Yeah, I've got a lady looking for Julia. Blonde. Her hair immaculate. I feel her hair's immaculate. I've got gold framed glasses with this lady. Now, there's 2 granddaughters, she's just said. So I don't know if Julie or Julia has 2 granddaughters. But this lady, I've got my heart. And what she's saying is she never said goodbye to her daughter. So should we have someone out there? Glennis. Okay, so I've got a Glennis, Mum Glennis, thank you. I've got a Mum Glennis looking for a Julie or Julia that has 2 children. And Mum wants to say there that she loves you dearly. Bear me a second. My voice is going by the minute here. That she loves you dearly. That you're not on your own. Please know that you're not on your own. And there's one of the granddaughters that's so impatient, but she's not giving me the granddaughter's name. Oh, she says she's a ruddy, impatient little devil at times. And that's what she's saying. But a lovely lady. Now, she's not telling me where she worked or anything. I'm not getting any more. All that I got was that with that lady. But either way, should anybody know a Julia here, or if we have a granddaughter that relates to this, you know, and you know that person, please like, please share. and tag a Julie or Julia so that she can hear this message again from a lovely mum, okay? And I want to leave that lady's love with you, and God bless, okay? I'd like to say a few more hellos here as well, thank you. So hello to, let's have a look. Matthew Wheatcroft, lovely to have you here, Matthew. Nikki Ellen, lovely to have you. Joya and Caladine. And to Pauline Williams, lovely to have you, Pauline. Karen Ukin and Charmaine Allen. Bear me a minute. Babs Howarth, lovely to have you, Babs. Sophie Simmons. Who else have we got here? God, there's loads. Teresa Asprinell, I think that says. And Mary Leggett, yeah. And Caroline Green, Tracy Mayo, love to have you, Tracy. And Jacqueline Lloyd and Stacey Louise and Anne-Marie Price, lovely to have you, and Lynn Daubeny. And amongst many, many more of you there. So let's see who else we get here. Bear me a minute. Okay, so now I have a lady. I've got an older lady here now. I've got a lady. Bear me a minute. I've got Betty. Okay, so I have a Betty. Now this lady. Bear me a minute. Okay, she's got white hair, lovely, lovely face. I mean, lovely skin, lovely face. She's just saying, I'm Betty, and that's how she's doing it, God love her. Now, Betty's looking for a daughter. That's what she's just said. And she's coming to me like a slim lady. One that I would have said would have helped anybody, and that's how she's coming through at the moment. Bear me a second. Now, I'm just finding out how she died, so just give me a second. Betty actually passed. She actually had a terminal illness, is what she's just told me here. And that the daughter, my daughter, she said, she did have more children. That's what she's just said. She did have more children, but this daughter looked after her. And, oh, bless her. And this lady died at Christmas, so this is just so sad. She says, I died at Christmas. So this was absolutely so sad for you there, Betty's daughter. Should you be watching this evening, it's just so sad to know you lost your mum at Christmas. And that's what she's saying here. And and what she's saying is that you felt so empty without her. And you did everything for her, is what she's just said. Okay, so you did everything for your mum, but I just feel with this lady like there was, I don't know, just children and more children and more children. A bit like the old woman in a shoe. Just so many kids everywhere. And I feel that she just, that's right, she's just said that she cared for other kids. So maybe she fostered, I don't know. She just cared for other children. So Betty's daughter, if you're with us this evening, she's just said, I so miss our chats. That's what she's just said. I so miss our chats. And that you need to know, Betty's daughter, your mum's only a thought away. Your mum, you know, is she knows you're struggling. She knows you're struggling. But I feel this lady died at home because she's not showing me of a hospital bed. No, she's not. She's just said, no, my daughter. Okay, just bear me see if I get anything else. No, she's just saying, no. She's just saying, please tell my daughter that I love her dearly and that I haven't gone, you know. And it's so sad when you lose your mum. It's sad when you lose anyone, you know, and especially, you know, Christmas Day. It's just something that you just never forget, okay? And I want to leave that lady's love with you there. And should someone know of this lady, Betty, and with the evidence that I've passed across, please like, please share and tag that lady, because that lady's still heartbroken. You know, she's not dealing with losing her mum. And I'd like to leave Betty's love there with you all, and God bless. Thank you again for all these likes, for shares. Look at them, all these lovers. You know, can you see this biggest smile on my face this evening? And I hope you see some more orbs this evening. I'm aware you all said on my last video, which I haven't seen any yet, because I haven't watched it all, that there was orbs, and I hope and welcome them all in here, and that you all witness some this evening. A few more hellos there. I'd like to continue with there. So Kirsty Cole, sorry, had a blonde moment then. And to Karen Mayo, lovely to have you with us, Karen. Taryn Lisa, and also here to Kelly Rainey. And who was that one? I can't read that one, sorry. Andrew Price, lovely to have you, Andrew. And to Sarah Anderson, can't you see my eyes squinting here as I'm trying to read? To Lynn Blanchard, oh, lovely to have you, Fluffy Laura. We've got Laura Howard, lovely to have you, Laura. Lisa Wilson, and just hundreds of you. Owen Keeley Hudson and Mandry Truman, lovely to have you all. And my sister-in-law, Lynette Cummins. So let's just see who else we're getting now. Bear me a minute. Come on, who we got now? Okay, I've got a gentleman. Okay, so I've got a gentleman. Oh, he's quite a tall bloke. Now I'm listening to this gentleman here. Now he's looking for his daughter. Okay, I've got a gentleman looking for his daughter. He hasn't given me his daughter's name yet, so bear me a minute. He's got dark hair. I've got very dark hair as he's describing this to me here. And I've got a moustache. I can see a moustache. I can definitely see a moustache with this man. Now, he's looking for a liane or a leander. Liane or leander, that's what he's just said. So if we have a liane or a leander here, I haven't got his name yet. Dad's in spirit world. Bear me a minute. This gentleman... Okay. What he said there, Leanne or Leander, that he oh God, this is another sad news. Okay, he hung himself. I'm afraid your dad hung himself. Now, just to confirm that this is your dad. Okay, I just need a bit more, even though that's enough. But what he said is when he was buried. Okay. At his funeral, sorry, he's correcting me. At his funeral, where we all go and we wear black and we mourn, he says, my daughter didn't. So, I know that sounds quite a crazy message, but he's giving me like daffodils. So I don't know if you wore yellow at your dad's funeral or you just wasn't in black. You wasn't in black because he keeps saying, I've got yellow daffodils, so sometimes that can be something there, Leanne or Leander, them knowing that you didn't wear black and that you wore yellow or that you was in a bright colour, but I'm feeling yellow, something bright. And he's saying he knows about the baby, so this is lovely if you're joining us this evening, Leanne or Leander, that your dad's with us today, and he wants to say that he's happy. Yeah, he's happy. And what he's saying here is, spare me a minute, what he's just said there is there's something to do with wood, Leander. I don't know what's to do with wood. Leanne or Leander, wood. I don't know if you're making something, building something, or got to move some wood or do something with some wood. And he's also mentioning the month to me there, March. So I don't know what significant is to March and also to September. So if you can find that, that'd be amazing there, Leander. And I want to leave your dad's love with you there today. Thank you so much, everybody here. You know, everybody that's, you know, liking this. I hope you're all enjoying it this evening with all these, you know, beautiful messages and, you know, liking, sharing, tagging people so that everybody, you know, can have that comfort from Spirit World, you know, knowing... I've just had a dog come in at random then, just bear me a minute. Knowing that your loved ones is okay and that they're watching over you. I've got to say to someone here, Freddie the dog. I've got a gentleman looking after Freddie the dog. I've got to give that message. Freddie the dog, and Freddie the dog. Wait a minute, Freddie the dog, and the owner. Sorry, I nearly said the partner. Sorry, it's because I'm listening to Spirit. The owner of the dog was absolutely devastated because there was a decision. I don't feel I've got a black dog here. I've got like a brownie, like a chocolatey. That's what I've just seen. So Freddie the dog's okay. And this dog's got friends now in Spirit World. So if I can find that person who had a dog called Freddie, I want you to know that your dog's fine and that there's a grandfather looking after this gentleman. And God bless you there for the other gentleman and for this person that's just brought Freddie the dog in. A few more hellos to you there, everybody, and thank you for all these likes. It's just incredible. Hello to Sam Hallam and to Rebecca Clark. Foxy Marie Cree, I don't know if you've only just joined us, so you may have to play the video back because your name was selected earlier, and to listen to the message, and hope you're okay. To Sandra Evans, bear with me a second, and Tara Crawford, nice to have you with us, Tara. Kath Welsh, and so many, Jack Edwards, just bear me a minute, and so many more of you there. I've got someone else here now. I've got a Dorothy looking for, bear me a minute. I've got a Dorothy looking for Mary. Now, bear me a minute. She's quite an old lady. Hold on. Quite a petite lady as well. Okay. Right. Dorothy never got to say a goodbyes to Mary. That's the first thing I want to say. Neither did she get to say goodbye to John. So if you can understand this, if you can relate to this message, just bear me a minute. Now, she's saying about 5 being around her bedside when she passed. Bear me a second. 5? Yeah, 5. So there was 5 around this lady's bedside when she passed. There was an oxygen mask here. If I can find this lady with this Dorothy. Hold on a second. Yeah, right, okay. There was an oxygen mask here. She's just saying, I'm okay. I'm okay. Bear me a minute. Something to do with John. She keeps going about John. And that she's with a gentleman. Yeah, she's with a gentleman. And this gentleman, bear me a minute. This gentleman, because there was poorly for a long time is what she's saying here. And this gentleman that's with her here in Spirit World, there's a memory, something to do with a watch. Something to do with a watch. And the gentleman used to have a stick. I don't know what the stick was to do with. He had a stick towards the end. So if you can understand that message, it's a bit of a mixed one, that one. So there must be actually 2 people here, I believe, together, a lady and a gentleman. So, but I feel that this Dorothy that's looking for Mary, I think I've got like a mother looking for a daughter, or mum and dad looking for a daughter. But again, never got to say goodbye to John. And that's what she keeps saying. And she doesn't want you to be sad. She wants you to know that she's okay. Yeah, she wants you to know that she's okay. And that she's with you all. And that's what she's just said. And I want to leave this lady's love with you there. That was a bit confusing there because I got Dorothy first and then I felt somebody else there. So it may have been that they came in together. So I want to leave Dorothy and the gentleman, he didn't give his name, Dorothy and the gentleman's love for Mary. And should someone know Mary this evening that evidence relates to, I'd like you to like, share and tag this lady so that she's actually, you know, able to see it, and God bless. I'd like to just bring in somebody else in. I've got someone really quickly coming in here. I've got another mother. I've got an Anne. So I've got an Anne looking for a daughter. Now, she's got an accent, this lady, a bit of an accent. So I'm not sure if there was she's quite a bonny lady as well. I've not got a thin lady. I've got kind of bonny lady, really natural curly hair. There's some Irish connection here, some Irish links. But she's looking for her daughter. Give me a second. She tells me that she's looking for Marie. She did pass with a chest. So if we have an Anne in spirit world looking for Marie, mum looking for Marie, and the name Anne, I've got your mother here, okay? So Marie, if you're joining us this evening and this is your mum, I actually feel that this lady, I think it was a heart, because she's giving me, it all happened so quick. And she was a lady that put her all into a family. She really did put her all into a family. And she didn't go very far, she's saying here. But I don't know why I'm just seeing bingo balls now. I don't know if this lady used to love bingo or whether a Marie liked the bingo. But I want to leave mum's love there. Mum's love there with you, Marie. Or should someone know Marie that lost a mum called Anne? If you could if you could share, and if you could tag Marie, and mum wants to tell her that she loves her dearly and that she's not left her, okay? And God bless, and I'll probably do one more, okay? But I still want to thank you, every one of you all this evening, you know, for joining me this evening, for sharing all these videos and tagging people. Nothing's any more nicer than having comfort from a loved one, you know. I remember when I was a child and I used to see spirit a lot and talk to them a lot. But there's people out there that doesn't have that ability, and they struggle by not getting that guidance and, you know, comfort, knowing our loved ones are all right. But loved ones are with us all the time. There's no visiting times in heaven. They can come at any time, any day, any night. Trust me, they wake me up all the time. So, you know, they are with us, and they do know when you're down. Please remember that. They do know when you're down. Now, I've got a young man here now. I just want to give this message here. I've got a brother. I've got a brother looking for Scott. Yeah, I've got a brother looking for Scott. Now, brother for Scott, sorry. I've got a brother here looking for Scott, thank you. Bear me a minute, what was he saying? I've got this brother, bear me a minute. This gentleman passed very tragically, I believe. He is connected, he tells me, to, bear me a minute. The Scott's connected, or the brother's connected somewhere to Kelly or Kerry. That's what he's just said. I feel that this was an accident, because I'm feeling an accident. That's what he's giving me. And I feel this... I feel that his brother on this side of life talks to this gentleman in spirit world quite a lot. And he says, and I know he misses me. He's going on something about a tattoo. So, Scott, if you could understand this, your brother coming through from spirit world, there was something to do with a tattoo. So I don't know if there was a tattoo that was done in memory of him, maybe, or maybe you had a tattoo done, Scott. And he's also saying about this CD. So when he died, I don't know if you had a CD made for his funeral, or if you have got his CD, and that's what he's just said to me there. But he wants you to know that he's with you, Scott. If you're joining us this evening, please don't feel that you're on your own. Your brother is there, you know, watching over you there, Scott. And I do want to leave, I want to leave your brother's love with you there. And God bless, thank you. I'm going to just say one more hello, and then I'm going to finish for this evening. So if we can just say hello to Frank. Wait a minute, I can't see that then. Ignore me eyes, sorry. Amy Bevis, hello Amy. Also hello to Sharon Taylor, Claire Flanagan. I've just got somebody just said, tell her it's Liz, just bear me a minute. Mary Fasulo, lovely to have you, Mary. Oh, sorry, Mary, if you can just send it, if the other lady from Canada, Mary, you send it on a Give and Gift page, not via email because the office is closed. So should you put it on a Give and Gift page, I'll be able to see that for you. And lovely to join us this evening. And thank you. Hi to Helen Stevenson and, oh God, crikey, Barbara Hay Browning, lovely to have you all. Hi to Marie Kine and Kelly Watkinson and Yvonne Foster, and all the rest of you, absolutely, and to Ashar Winter. And I want to finish this evening by my last message because I thought I'd just finished then until this lady come in and said, 1 minute, just let me get my bit in. So, okay. So I've got a Liz. I've got a definitely, and she's called Liz or Lizzie, okay? Now, this lady Liz, she's got quite, I don't know, she's got a bit of a gruff voice here. I mean, mine is this evening, but she's certainly got a bit of a gruff voice. Bear me a second. She's got thick hair anyway. She's got thick hair, and I feel it's long. Now, I've got something really funny from this lady. Now, what she's just said is, you won't catch me in a dress. So, I've got a Liz in spirit world, Lizzie, saying, you won't catch me in a dress. And she's using the word babby, not babe, babby. You won't see me in a dress, babby, but I've no idea who I've got here. And I don't know who she's for yet. Bear me a second. You won't see me in a dress. That's what she's just said. Now, she's going on about her daughter. She's sending love to her daughter. And she does have grandchildren, this Lizzie. She tells me it all went so quick and I had that much life left in me, she says. I wasn't ready for going. So I've got a Lizzie. It's definitely Lizzie. I thought she said Liz. No, Lizzie, Liz. That's what she's saying. So maybe some people called her Liz, some called her Lizzie. But she's looking for her daughter. And she's, what did she just say about that? Okay, someone has recently taken flowers to her grave. Either her daughter or, I've got yellow. I've got all these beautiful yellow. She's cheeky as well. She says, didn't you hear that? No, I didn't. Hang on a minute. Somebody's just taken recent flowers to this lady's grave, and she's just saying, I'm with yous all. Don't think I've left yous, because I haven't left you. But I feel this lady's been over for a while, and there's some connection here to August. Now, I don't know what's linked with Lizzie, Lizzie's memory with August, or it could be to do with her family. But I certainly want to leave this Lizzie's love with you all. And I hope we can find a daughter or granddaughter. I'd like to say to you all, thank you as we come to the end of the evening. Thank you again for each and every one of you joining me here on a Give and Gift community live chat. It's been absolutely fantastic. And it's amazing that Spirit World just keep this flowing in, which I think is amazing because you all need these messages of this guidance and comfort. I'm getting what I've been wanting to say to you all, but the post hasn't gone up yet. I'm going to be doing Monday to Friday because I've got my, children saying, Mum, what about our time? Mum, and they're right, I'm happy to sit here every night. So I am going to do Monday to Friday. And so I can have Saturday off and Sunday to cook and spend time with my own family and grandchildren. And I hope you all understand that, but I will be here Monday to Friday. Thank you all so much. Please like, please share, please tag your friends in this video. And my thought I want to leave you with this evening is about healing. And for all those, you know, ones that's Reiki healers out there, myself, I'm a master and teacher in Reiki, but I'm asking you all here to send healing out, you know, 9 p.m, send it to the world, send it to all those that's struggling with coronavirus or, you know, underlying health. We need some healing sent. And for those that aren't, you know, it's the intention. So do a little prayer, you know, because we've got to protect our families, you know. We've got to, through this crisis we're all in and facing, protect our health. So, you know, keep washing your hands there, keep your distance. You know, please be safe, please listen. Let's protect our own family. Let's protect the doctors and nurses that's fighting to save our lives, you know, today. And Spirit World are always with you there, always with you. And they will bring their signs or messages through, because they will find a way to get that message across to you this evening. I hope you've all enjoyed watching me this evening and bringing messages in from those who's in Spirit World. Good night, God bless, and I will see you all tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. Good night.